The women who took the responsibility to bury Jesus after his crucifixion returned to his tomb on Sunday, the first day of the week, long before sunrise. They had brought spices and perfumes in order to anoint his body. And what they found is the substance for resurrection hope. When they got to the tomb, they found that no stone was in front of the grave. And once they peeked inside the tomb, there was no body inside the tomb. They did, however, find a man dressed in white seated on the stone at the tomb's entrance. And he said to them, as Matthew records in Matthew 28:6, "He's not here, for he is risen, as he said. Come, see the place where the Lord lay." And when the women peered inside for the first time, they saw the first signs of the resurrection: a cold, empty slab of stone, a limp burial cloth, a folded napkin, and a grinning angel. And if we could but take a moment and peer with them into the empty grave, I believe we'd find something else. Over there in the corner, it's all shadowy and it's hard to make out. I think we would find forever buried in that tomb our I can'ts. You see, God buried your I can'ts in Christ's tomb, every single solitary one of them. You can say, "I can't endure this pandemic." Well, you can't, but with Christ, you can. You can say, "I can't forgive someone." You can't, but with Christ, you can. You can say, "I can't survive the stress and anxiety of maybe catching COVID-19. You can't, but with Christ, you can. You can say, I can't stand this social distancing any longer. I've got to have people." Well, you can't, but with Christ, you can. So run to Christ for help, because God's power is exceedingly great for us who believe. You do realize that the power available to us who are followers of Christ, that power that's available to us is the exact same power that God exerted to raise Christ from the dead, right? You get that, right? If not, go read Ephesians 1:19 and 20, which declares that very fact. Particularly verse 20, it says, God used that same power God used to raise Christ from the dead is the same power he used in our lives. Amazing. The same divine power that raised Christ from the grave is available to us. In order to turn "I can't" to "I can," Paul said, "I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength." That doesn't just mean I can hit a home run or run a touchdown or tackle someone for a loss. It's talking about enduring hardships and discouragements and pandemics and COVID-19's, everything we can handle through him. You see, with Christ, you can face any struggle. So set your mind on the truth of Christ's resurrection and the assurance it gives for today and for the joy that awaits us at his return. You see, with Christ, you can thrive in any calamity. So be patient. Christ is with you. Never will he leave you. Never will he turn his back on you. So with Christ, you can celebrate his shared victory each and every day. The same power that defeated his death gives us life. Are you pursuing it? Are you asking God to help you with this? He will give you the strength and be your constant companion in the here and now, and will become our eternal delight in the world to come. You just make a point to follow him